What's up? Welcome. Thank you for clicking on the video. I am the host of Nag Gaming. My name is Shay, or my gamer tag down there at the bottom is Lord Durin. As you know, if you've been watching my videos, I am quite the Nux fan, and I just made myself a new AI generated image. So I want to show it off. I made it the new background for all of my Nux content. And isn't it gorgeous? Like, ah, ah, all of his haters just making him money. Love this. I made a good one, guys. I made a good one. But today we are going to watch part 2 of Nux cooking the shit out of Greta Thunberg. 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 Oh, look, there's one of my videos. Ha 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 ha. Ah, it keeps telling me nobody's viewing it, which is kind of pissing me off. I really hope that's not the case, guys. I hope you're watching my videos. You know. Yeah, no. Nux Greta Thunberg brings me right to part 2. All right, let's go.
No intro today. Doom Goblin in trouble. Today we
Yeah.
have some pretty insane stuff to talk about. This is the best story of all time. This is easily the greatest story on the history of the channel. Now, for those of you that are unaware, there is a certain situation going on in the Middle East.
For those of you unaware, that is a very bold ass claim there, Nux. Like, I have watched some really epic shit on your channel, so this had better entertain, my friend. Better entertain, because that how fucked is Hassan Piker? Oh damn, it might as well be considered a series. It's pretty close to being syndicated at this point. It's getting up there in episodes. I think once you hit 100, it becomes syndicated. So he's getting pretty close. But all right, let's get back into this. Sorry.
Something with Israel, Gaza, something's going on. It's hard to keep track these days. However, for those of you that have been keeping up, Greta Thunberg, a professional retard and activist of anything
Always
that
drinking
can
that water.
grift some more money and clout, she has decided, I am going to save Palestine. That's it,
Oh god.
guys. I'm going to save Palestine. So she decided to lock in, get a boat, and sail to Palestine to save the day. Now, she was stopped. She was stopped by the Israeli military because obviously she's sailing to a war zone. This is my favorite story of all time. Okay? And Hassan Piker, like, just left his Twitch streamer, known for crying about bullshits and supporting terrorists. So
Yep.
Hassan Piker literally crashed the fuck out on his stream.
Oh god.
No! I can't believe she was kidnapped by Israel. Alright, so definitely subscribe because I will keep you up to date with this story. The twists and turns are literally fucking awesome. Alright, they are so good. You are so not ready. So I covered this story in one video in the past. As
Yep.
you can see, oh fuck, dude, it's the best story ever. As you can see, retard detected. Activist went to Gaza and 100% regretted it. In this video, I covered the beginning of her trip, how
Yep.
she ended up
Yep. You
going on a
did.
boat, sailing towards Gaza. She
Uh-huh.
saw a drone in Greece on the way to Gaza and was like, oh my god, guys, it's a drone. We're all going to die. So obviously this is all a grift. She's not doing this to save shit, but she's sailing with aid to Gaza to save the day. So anyway, this video went mega viral, literally everywhere. This has 340,000 likes and 12 million views, and it's the greatest video ever.
My name is Greta THUnberg and I am from Sweden.
Okay.
If you see this video, we have been intercepted and kidnapped.
Kidnapped, baby. She had a pre-recorded video saying how she was kidnapped. This was all a grift, okay? I want to make this clear. This was all a grift. None of this had any idea about actually saving anyone. This was not about saving jack shit, okay?
Doubt
It's
it.
all for clout. Literally all for clout. I want to make this very clear. She used to care about the environment, She does not care about the environment. She used to care about some other random bullshit. Doesn't care about that either. There is a new problem that she has to grift to. All right, so she sails to a war zone, gets captured, and it's like, I can't believe I was kidnapped in international water.
I want to just be very, very clear. I care about like 6 things: my family, gaming, football. And Nux. Sorry, there's only 4 things. Like, the rest of y'all can get fucked.
Waters. It wasn't even international waters as far as I'm aware, but this is crazy.
In international waters by the Israeli occupational forces or forces that support Israel.
Notice how she gave 2 examples of people that might have kidnapped her. Because this was pre-recorded. She went there with the idea in mind that of course she's gonna be stopped from entering a fucking war zone, and then she will be able to post this video crying on social media for a little bit of clout, alright, just a little bit of clout, crying on social media. No, I was kidnapped by Israel, I can't believe it. Kidnapping!
I urge all my friends, family and comrades to put pressure on the Swedish government.
Do you see how fucking bullshit this is? She goes in there.
What's the Swedish government gonna do?
To get stopped, to claim that she is getting kidnapped, so her comrades, her fellow homies in the socialist grift movement, could put pressure on Sweden, to put pressure on Israel, to let her out after she basically invaded the country. Right? She's breaking through a blockade to provide aid to terrorists. Oh
The
God!
balls on
I'm
this
losing
woman.
her shit. No, she's too old to become a Houthi slave. Don't worry, guys.
To release me and the others as soon as possible.
Yeah, so she had that literally ready, all right, literally ready to pop out, and everyone lost their shit. So the lefties are fucking losing it. I can't believe it. Israel is kidnapping a random woman in international waters, which is obviously bullshit, because she's sailing past a blockade into a war zone. So obviously that's not happening. The people on the other side are actually like mind blown that she says she's kidnapped, because you have to realize the reason why this entire war between Israel and Gaza started is because Gaza, to this day, Hamas in Gaza to this day still have over 50 actual kidnapped hostages in dungeons, okay? That's why this war is still going on, because Hamas has yet to give back the hostages. Now, she's claiming she's kidnapped. This is the funniest thing in the world. She thought she was going to break the siege. Yeah, no, in my opinion, this was all for clout. She sailed in on purpose to get captured, to cry about getting intercepted, all right? Now, I wanted to go through some of this shit because it's literally the funniest situation ever, and then we're gonna look at Hassan Piker losing his mind. So Piers Morgan says, "Oh, shut up, Greta THUnberg." Now, Piers Morgan, he's not even pro-Israel, but she's so insufferable. You attention-seeking narcissist. What an insult to the actual hostages in Gaza who really were kidnapped. This stupid stunt is all about your ego, and it will make zero difference to the plight of the innocent Palestinians caught up in this dreadful war. Hold on, hang on, Greta,
Damn!
you stupid idiot, it's all bullshit. All right, so that's amazing. All right, even the people that aren't pro-Israel right now are literally losing their mind, angry that she's such a cloud-chasing grifter. Now, it's very funny, because she sailed in with material aid, but it turns out the aid was just like 10 pounds of food, and they ate one of those pounds. So it's very funny. The situation gets so much funnier after. There are videos of Israel capturing them. Oh my God, it's literally peak cinema. So this is the boat Greta THUnberg is sailing onto Gaza. She's planning to break the siege by landing in Gaza with 11 activists. Yep, Greta and 11 activists sailing to Gaza to stop the war. Now, the reason why I wanted to show you this boat specifically is because they're all having a dandy old time. They're all
They really are.
getting together with their nose rings and their pronouns, and they're going to save people that would throw them off buildings. And the reason why I wanted to show this specifically is because if you notice, this boat does not have sails. Now, how does a boat without sails move? Oh! By fucking up the environment. So Greta is a gigantic crock. No one has any respect for her at all. Actual doom goblin out there, global warming. All right, who cares about that other grift? We don't care about the last thing. She is famous for climate change activism, by the way. So who cares about the climate? We have a new issue, and that is what we are focusing on today. So this is the Madeline. This is the ship moving without sails, obviously. Greta Thunberg and a handful of privileged activists are sailing to Gaza on a tiny boat to deliver aid. At best, they have enough supplies for maybe a dozen people. It's not humanitarian. It's pathetic. And it is pathetic. And it's very funny. So I just wanted to catch you up. This is Yemen. Trigger warning. These are kids actually starving in Yemen. The reason why Greta Thunberg decided not to go to Yemen is because she doesn't care. All right? She does not give a shit about Yemen. She doesn't give a shit about starving children. She doesn't give a shit about actual crises literally everywhere on the planet. The reason why she is going to Gaza is because that's the thing to worry about right now. So you got to realize the Houthi terrorists that are kind of running Yemen, that Hassan Piker supports, those guys steal aid from the children of their country. 377,000 people died in Yemen because of this. I'm just bringing this up as an example because Greta THUnberg on her little boat is doing this for clout and not doing this to save anyone. If she went to Yemen, there is no blockade. All right, there's no blockade. She might be kidnapped by Houthi terrorists, but there's no blockade. Now, I wanted to show you a little reminder of the last time someone, an activist, decided to go to Gaza to help out the Hamas terrorists. All right, I just wanted to give you a reminder. So
Yep. This is what happens.
Bro broke through the blockade, baby.
We are happy to see all these people because
He's
we are
doing it.
to try to help these people, but especially because we love you. We love Palestine.
Yeah, we love Palestine, and that is why we're helping you.
And we want that you have the same human rights that all the other people of the world they have. The same rights the Israelis they have, the same rights the Italians they have.
Yeah, they beheaded him. I shouldn't laugh, but like he went to help a terrorist organization. They beheaded him, a Darwin Award winner. So I'm just saying, Israel saved Greta Thunberg by not letting her into Gaza. Why did they kill him? Terrorists. Greta Thunberg's flotilla sailed right past the boast of Sudanese refugees fleeing an actual genocide, where nearly 200,000 are dead and 20 million are starving. For the record, this is a 5 times scale of what's going on in Gaza. Just for the record. But no one cares. Sudanese lives don't fit the narrative. It's not about that. It's not about human rights. It's not about helping people not starve. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's about the clout. It's about the grift. The people on the college campuses are screaming about Gaza. And therefore, to Gaza, she will go. What a freaking hero. So, I wanted to show you one of the other characters on her boat. This is Thiago Avila. He is another character on the boat.
I saw this.
Let's do a little digging on this guy. This is him in a Hezbollah party. Hezbollah, the terrorists in Lebanon. Hezbollah party singing Allah is the greatest, death to America, death to Israel, victory for Islam. Yeah, this is him at Nasrallah, the former leader of Hezbollah. Now he's dead. He's currently burning in hell, so
This might have been at the end of his last one. And I think I might have commented they just needed somebody on the inside to help them get in if they made it past. They needed some insider access, you know? That's just my thought.
he's not receiving calls. So, currently burning in hell. But after he died, this was his funeral. And of course, Thiago Avila, the wonderful activist fighting for the rights of the people, is going to the funeral of a literal terrorist. Of the leader of the terrorists. Hey, it's the same motherfucker. So yeah, anyway, I think it's important to note that these are not like good people that are fighting for the cause, that are trying their best to do something amazing. No, they're grifting, fucking terrorist supporting shitbags, which is exactly why Hassan Diddy bin Laden Adolf Epstein Piker is actually upset that they were captured by Israel. So this is Greta THUnberg. Israel calls out to Greta Thunberg and her celebrities yacht for provocation, saying their attempt to dock in Gaza is dangerous, because obviously it is, unlawful, because it is, because there is a legal blockade on Gaza, and undermine ongoing humanitarian efforts, which it would, because Israel and America are giving food to people in Gaza right now. Even though Hassan will scream it's a genocide, that is not the case, obviously, because they're giving them food. So, anywho, they gave them like 2 million meals. Trucks go in with food every single day, as we are going to see in just a minute, because it gets so much funnier. That you have not even begun to see how funny this fucking story gets. So, this is the statement released by the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs as the boat was approaching. The maritime zone off the coast in Gaza is closed to unauthorized vessels under a legal naval blockade consistent with international law. True. The yacht is claiming that it is delivering human aid. In fact, it is a media gimmick for publicity. Also true. Which includes less than a single truckload of aid. Also true. Completely accurate. It is a selfie yacht, which is the craziest fucking call out of all time. Humanitarian aid is delivered regularly and effectively via different channels and routes, and it is transferred through established distribution mechanisms. Over the past 2 weeks, more than 1,200 aid trucks have entered Gaza from Israel, and she is bringing less than one aid truck worth of food on her boat that they already ate half of it, or a bunch of it. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation has distributed close to 11 million meals directly to civilians in Gaza. The Gaza Maritime Zone remains an active conflict area, and Hamas has previously exploited sea routes for terrorist attacks, including the October 7th massacre. Unauthorized attempts to breach the blockade are dangerous, unlawful, undermine ongoing humanitarian efforts. We call on all actors to act responsibly and to channel humanitarian aid through legitimate, coordinated mechanisms, not through provocation. That was Israel's statement. Now, another person in Israel, the defense minister, Israel Katz, he made a statement as well. The state of Israel will not allow anyone to violate the naval blockade of Gaza, the purpose of which is first and foremost to prevent the transfer of weapons to Hamas, a murderous terrorist organization that holds our hostages and commits war crimes. All completely true. And then he said to the anti-Semitic Greta and her fellow Hamas propaganda spokespeople, I say clearly turn back because you will not reach Gaza. All right, so it became incredibly clear. Greta, this is not happening. Okay, you are not breaking a military blockade to possibly give weapons to terrorists and enter an ongoing war zone. All right, pretty reasonable, I would say, to be honest, to bring less than one aid truck worth. I think it's like 10 kilos of food. So it's the craziest shit. Now, I'm telling you, it gets so much funnier. So this is when they realized that people were showing up. So this is when the Israeli forces showed up. The Israeli forces showed up to, quote unquote, capture them.
Yeah.
All right. This is amazing. And they're freaking out. Uh-oh, Israel's coming.
Phones in the water, please.
They're losing their mind. And look at what they're doing. They're throwing their cell phones out the window. They are throwing their own cell phones into the sea. I have no idea why they decided that was a good move. No clue. I tried to figure out why they did it. I have no idea.
Nux, if you watch this, it's because they're trying to get rid of evidence because they forgot that it's all saved on the cloud. They completely fucking forgot. They thought they were just, oh, the evidence is gone. Oopsie poopsie. You can't find it anymore. It's all down in the water. Haha.
I don't know. Do they really want to be victims that badly that they're purposefully cutting off their own communication so it could be like, oh, we can't even communicate with the outside world? They throw their own cell phones into the sea. Phones in the water, please. Look at it. Did you see? He just threw his phone into the sea. Oh my God. I don't know if this is destroying evidence or I'll be honest. My opinion is they were in active communication with Hamas terrorists. That's my opinion. And that is a crime, actually. To provide materials
actively destroying evidence. That is exactly what they were doing.
They all threw their phones in the water so that they can't actually find out that they were in direct communication with providing material support to terrorists. That's my guess. I don't know. However, what is very funny is Greta THUnberg is the climate change activist. F the environment. They just throw their phones into the Mediterranean, bro. They literally say, throw your shit into the sea. Dude, this is awesome. The fact that they live streamed this shit is hilarious. My computer! Not my computer! Oh, the computer! Oh, no!
Give me the phone, give me the phone.
Give me the phone! Throw out the phone! Kill the dolphins! We don't care about dolphins!
Yes, give me the phone.
Give me the phone! This guy's like, no, I really don't want to give you my phone! And he's like, no, I don't care! Delete it! Delete it! The Israelis are coming!
Everyone, assume position. That's not a position at all.
Assume position, that's not a position.
Cannot be here. You need to take a seat.
Raise your hand, they are coming. Actual morons. No, this is actually retarded.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, please? You must protect us.
Right now.
Please, everyone, make
This might be some of the best CCTV footage I've ever fucking seen.
sure that you make noise. If anything happens to us, this is
If anything happens,
the war crime.
if anything happens. Your sacrifice is not in vain. What the fuck are you talking about? Your sacrifice is in vain. Your sacrifice is literally in vain. Okay? It is. But these people are martyring themselves for what? For clout?
Added to the long list of war crimes that Israel has.
Do you see what they're doing? They want war crimes to be done to these people so that they could essentially act as martyrs to some fucking ridiculous cause. Like, it is actually insanity. And I mean, to be honest, this is not surprising. They support Hamas. That's Hamas's whole shtick. They started the fucking war. Obviously, they are all for this kind of war crimes. Now, I think that this is very telling, so I'm just going to show you this as like a little mini tangent. This is a guy from Gaza who lost, I think, 53 family members, and he is talking about how Hamas is evil, all right? And this is him doing a debate with somebody, and you have to see what the argument is on the side of Hamas. She's saying that all the destruction and death in Gaza is worth it to let people know how bad it is. All right? What? She's just admitting it out loud. She's just saying it out loud. Hospitals, obviously.
Gaza in hopes.
They're terrorists, let me remind you. Hassan Piker supports them for some reason, but they're terrorists. They're fucking terrorists. And now you have to realize, that's what Greta THUnberg just said in her yacht. She just said, they'll commit war crimes on us, and we will become martyrs for the international conflict. Did you hear this? This is the logic that all the terrorist supporters say. Isn't that unreal? It's shocking. And that's what Hassan supports when he supports the Hamas terrorists. Exactly what she said. Your family's sacrifice is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. So that's what she's saying here right now, Greta THUnberg.
We are being protected right now. Everyone here is safe. No one is wounded right now. It's very important that you know, no one is wounded.
No one is wounded. He's saying that because if one of them gets wounded, then they'll be like, bam, we got you. You wounded me. You're a war criminal. Something like that. That's the strategy.
Until the time they boarded our boat. Okay? Please raise the alarm.
We want you to take down immediately.
Okay, take over the phone.
And he's in the water right now. Fighting in the water.
Oh, God. They're getting close.
Phones need to go. Phones need to go. Phones in the water.
Phones in the water. Let's go. Phones in the water.
Taking everything.
Quickly, phones away. Phones in the water. We have nothing to hide, by the way. Phones in the water.
Yeah, this phone is just component.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Nothing
no,
at
no.
all.
Mike, hotel. Number. Yes, yes. Don't shoot. Okay, everyone. The interception is being calm until now. It's not.
The interception has been calm. Okay. All right. This is totally normal. Insanely normal shit happening. And they arrived. They're all screaming phones in the water, but they're accidentally just live streaming this whole thing. Oh, God. Yeah.
Calm down, everyone.
It's like, calm down. Their hands are up. They were actually caught. And, dude, dude, you have no idea how funny it gets. This is the greatest image on the internet. So this is an Israeli soldier handing a turkey wrapped sandwich in plastic. All right, you have to realize she is a vegan climate change activist. Okay, this is Greta THUnberg, a vegan climate change activist who is anti-plastic. Okay, her whole shtick is plastic bad. You got to use paper straws, and they give her a turkey sandwich wrapped in plastic, and there she is with the biggest smile you've ever seen in your life. I have never seen her smile before. This image is a killer. Is a killer. Oh, this is the craziest. Dude, I love this whole fucking. I hate virtue signalers so much. You have no idea how much I hate virtue signalers. And she is getting cooked. The only smiling picture of Greta THUnberg ever is from today where she saw Israelis. Oh, that's crazy. That's insane. Yeah, everything backfired so badly. It's insanity. Greta THUnberg.
Oh, god damn, this is so good. I'm so glad I'm watching this today. We need to pause for a second. If you weren't paying attention to my side, I am always on that grind set because I'm a gamer, guys. And I've been grinding since I was fucking, I don't know, 10 years old with Pokemon. So, because I learned about the rare candy trick after after I leveled all my Pokemon to level 100. And you want to know how I did that? By fighting the Elite Four. Oh, oh. At one point, I was doing it with Zapdos by himself, just going. I had to rework his attacks so that he could be by himself, so that he was getting all of the XP. He was my first level 100 unit. I would literally just win against the Elite Four over and over and over. So yeah, I am a grinder. We will be grinding on this channel. Always grinding. Never stop. Can't stop, won't stop, motherfuckers. All right, back to nuts.
THUnberg's aid flotilla had less than 1 truckload of food. It's all about creating drama, with Greta continuing her usual grift to stay relevant after ditching her climate change agenda. These are disgusting fucking people. Nice big smile. But anyway, it gets so much funnier. So this, you have to see this clip, bro.
The
Oh, God.
maritime zone of the coast of Gaza is close to naval traffic.
Obviously, there's a war.
As part of a legal naval blockade, if you wish to deliver humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip, you're able to do so through the port of Ashdod via the established channels and distribution centers.
Basically, what Israel announced is, hey, we know you want to give your humanitarian aid to people in Gaza. We're gonna let you do that. They let her into Israel to the port of Ashdod, which is a city on the south, and they let her in, and they're like, you could go and just bring the food. We will help you bring the humanitarian aid to the people in Gaza. So congratulations, you get to bring your extra 10 pounds of food. Of course, the media covers this as a kidnapping, you have to realize, because the media is like wild levels of bullshit. But this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Look at this. Look at these people. Look at them with their hands up, terrified, shaking in their boots. And here you have videos of like soldiers. They come in with a whole bunch of plastic water bottles. This is Greta THUnberg in the green hat. Dude, shit. Look at them. These fucking losers. Oh, Lord. There we go. Oh, damn. Look at them. They're all just sitting there. Here you go. Have some sandwiches. Sandwich for you. There you go. Damn.
Yeah, we'll take all of that. Give it to us,
They're
please.
being treated a lot better than the people that actually got kidnapped by terrorists, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, Greta has been arrested by the IDF after failing to comply. The IDF now has the ship and all 50 kilos of flour in its possession as well. Whoopee. Whoopee.
50 kilograms?
Because it gets wilder. So this is the PR team, okay? This is Greta's PR team going crazy. Release the hostages. Israel took 12 international hostages. Release those hostages now. Bro, they sailed in! They sailed in! They tried to break a military blockade, and they're like, yo, we'll just take you to the port. And they're like, oh, no! Oh, Lord, 12 hostages! Bro, you realize this war is fought because Hamas still has hostages, okay? That's why this war is still happening. I'm telling you, these people are actually retarded. It's incredible. So, Israel, it's crazy that they're fucking tweeting from their the official country of Israel account. This story didn't get fucking retarded enough. Good morning to all our followers. In case you missed it, the selfie yacht is safely making its way to the shores of Israel. The passengers are safe and were provided with sandwiches and water and are expected to return to their home countries. Yep. Not hostages, it turns out. And then this fucking emoji. I don't know who tweeted this shit. The tiny amount of aid that wasn't consumed by the celebrities, in quotes, will be transferred to Gaza through real humanitarian channels. Look at you. You guys did it. You fucking did it. 1,200 aid trucks have entered Gaza from Israel within the past 2 weeks. Close to 11 million meals were transferred to the HF directly to civilians in Gaza. There were always ways to deliver aid to the Gaza Strip. They do not involve provocations and selfies. Damn, it's crazy, bro. Israel's not good at, like, overall, Israel is so bad at, like, messaging, but this was the funniest shit in the world because of how they used the smiling image of Greta THUnberg. They used the smiling image. Oh, my fucking God, dude. It's crazy. Israel and the U.S. send millions of tons of food into Gaza.
Oh, cook this bitch.
Israel feeds the flotilla clowns food and water, and the world kidnapping. True!
And I don't believe in that word. And this chick is a bitch. And seriously, fuck.
True. All right, I showed this already. So this is the BBC. The BBC, the British news, the fucking super mega woke bullshit news. Madeleine passengers will be shown video of October 7th attacks. Oh shit, no wait, I skipped that one. Dude, so the defense minister, Yisrael Katz, said, it's appropriate that the anti-Semitic Greta and her Hamas-supporting group see the atrocities committed by Hamas against women, the elderly, and children, and understand who Israel is defending itself against. So apparently, Israel decided, you know what? We're gonna give you guys a special movie theater time. We're gonna bring you into a fucking movie theater, and we are gonna play you the chapter black tape of all the atrocities that Hamas committed that were too dark to be made public. For the record, this is the thing this is the footage that they refused to publish anywhere out of respect for the families, but they did show people like Trump and specific, different government entities. And they're like, you know what? We're gonna fucking show the fucking tape of the atrocities and all the mutilated children to Greta Thunberg. I mean, hey, they came all the way. They came all the way. God damn, this is fucking crazy, by the way. Holy shit. So anyway, the BBC, the British super mega woke articles, they said Madeleine passengers will be shown video of October 7th attacks. Israel's Minister of Defense, Israel Katz, said he has instructed the Israel Defense Forces to show the activists the video from the 7th October massacre that they put in quotation marks when they arrive in Israel. They put it in quotation marks, bro. This is like shocking, bro. I have to realize Greta Thunberg never said anything about October 7th. She only cares about this because this is currently the issue. And people have been going really like mad on social media. And it's like, this is Greta Thunberg saying that she was kidnapped.
No.
This is the Bibas family. A family that was kidnapped and all murdered in captivity by Hamas terrorists, right? This is Greta Thunberg saying that she was kidnapped.
My name is Greta THUnberg and I am from Sweden.
THUnberg?
If you see this video, we have been intercepted and kidnapped.
Right, so this is her saying she was kidnapped. This is a girl who was actually kidnapped. And like, it's crazy to see this side by side by how much of just a clout-chasing grifter she actually is. It's absolutely insane. So Joe Rogan also has been popping off because everyone thinks that Greta Thunberg is a gigantic fucking loser. So look at Joe Rogan.
Greta THUnberg. What is that lady? That lady's moral outrage. And what have you done? How dare you? And everybody's like, yes, we like what you just did. So now 16-year-old kid travels all over the world, flying around in jets, telling everybody they're bad for ruining the environment.
She gets to feel
morally superior.
Yep. And it's always been a cloud grift. And dude, he hates her. So this is him covering her going to Gaza, and it's the funniest shit in the world.
Bro, that little how dare you girl? Yeah. How dare you? You know, the climate change girl?
True.
You know, the little autistic girl?
She's an
well,
adult
now
now,
she's
nobody
free
cares.
Palestine. She's singing things off her phone. Now she's at the front of a boat like George Washington, making its way to Gaza.
Whatever.
Really?
So it's like, there she is.
Done?
Leonardo
Yeah, who cares about the environment? They're busy throwing shit into the sea.
DiCaprio.
She's got a nice boat.
From the river to the rising sea level.
She's going to
Not
fix
bad,
it.
dude.
She's going to break the
Hey,
Israeli
not bad.
navy.
She's gonna break the naval blockade.
I should got more.
Bro, those IDF guys are going to turn her into cat food.
And they're just laughing. Okay, that's fuck. That's crazy.
They will light her up from the fucking shore before she's even
Bro.
close. They don't play no
Everyone's
games.
gonna.
They don't play
Both sides are gonna blow that boat.
Yeah, they don't play
Second
no
they
games.
see it.
Yeah.
Maybe come together on who gets to blow it up. Maybe that can.
Bro, look at the conversation we're having. Everyone knows that she's a gigantic grifter. Look at this conversation.
The gap here.
Could
Could
be
be.
sacrificing herself for all of us.
Well, she could be just the best person ever.
Nothing green.
I don't know who that is. I'm sure somebody does. If you do, please put a comment down. Let me know who that is. 'Cause I agree with Mr. 99, 100 fucking %. That is the best way to bring them together. Figure out who gets to throw stones at Greta first. That'll be a really good bonding experience for both sides, I think.
Or she could be someone that they take advantage of
How
and use at the
dare
front of
you.
the line for every cause.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who knows if George Soros decided to fucking use Greta Thunberg for her random bullshit causes.
Ooh.
It's one of those.
She's a young kid, man. It's so crazy
She's 22, by the way, right now.
to take a young kid and like put them as
Alter their
the,
lives. This
Yeah.
is going to be your life now
This,
forever.
you're the face of X, Y, and Z.
This
You're
is-
the
this
face.
is, this
Even
is,
if it's not up to her, and it is obviously not obviously, but it could be out of her hands. She probably has handlers and political shit. But
Oh,
it's like
for now.
at least she's
Gainfully
trying.
employed. Yeah, gainfully
People
employed.
that are going to Palestine is like those people going to the unchartable islands and be like, "Hi, I'm Christian."
Yeah. I mean, that's what happened to the last guy.
Yeah, like North Sentinel
God.
Island.
Jesus, you've forsaken me.
That shit's crazy.
Bro.
Or the white social worker who goes into Baltimore ghetto. He's like, "Hey, everybody, I'm here," and they just beat the fuck out of him.
Okay, interesting twist. But yeah, so I thought it's kind of insane that to just see everyone is come together to make fun of her. Funny in that this little troll girl never smiles. See, everyone is talking about how insane this is. Now they should take her on a tour of their desalinization plants. Show her how they invented drip irrigation so the deserts could bloom. Explain how the land was malaria-ridden swamp until they cleaned it out. Yep, that's the Jews. But anywho, so, the Israel Foreign Ministry tweeted that all the passengers of the selfie yacht are safe and unharmed. They're provided sandwiches and water. And in comes Hassan Piker, retweeting one of the wildest tweets ever. Israel makes a photo op of offering international hostages, what the fuck, they sailed in, food and water after kidnapping them. Bro, they sailed in. For trying to bring food and water, 10 kilos, to starving Palestinians in Gaza, which Israel is feeding right now, and Hamas is trying to starve, and Hassan is supporting the Hamas terrorists that are trying to starve their own people. So, Hassan made a little video about this, so I thought we absolutely have to watch him lose his goddamn shit. Like, you have to realize, this is Greta Thunberg literally taking her boat and going into a legal blockade of a war zone and surprised that her ship gets intercepted. Like, she did it all for clout. She knew she was going to get intercepted. In my opinion, she absolutely did it all for the clout. So I have to show you this because Hassan decided I am going to make a video just literally crying and shitting about how Greta THUnberg was captured.
This is Rima Hassan's team that also sent me this message, okay?
Here we go.
To you. Urgent.
I am reading it to you. This is so sad.
Arrest of the Freedom Flotilla crew by Israeli forces. Rima Hassan, Greta THUnberg. Interception of the Freedom Flotilla by Israel. Illegal detention of 12 humanitarian workers and peaceful activists, including French MEP Rima Hassan.
It's illegal about taking them to shore when they invaded your space. Countries have borders for a reason.
And Swedish activist Greta THUnberg. We express our strongest outrage following the interception today by Israeli authorities of the Freedom Flotilla of the
Look at him reading it like it's a eulogy.
humanitarian aid intended for the civilian population of Gaza, which had been subjected to a total blockade since March 2nd, 2025.
Except they're getting food right now. They got 11 million meals went into Gaza over the last couple of weeks. Not that Hassan, over the last week, I think. Not that Hassan cares because he supports the terrorists, as I've covered in my previous video on the How Fucked is Hassan Piker franchise. And also, she knew this would happen. She pre-recorded kidnap videos.
On board the ship were 12 humanitarian workers and peaceful activists engaged in a strictly civilian, nonviolent mission. Among them were French members of the European Parliament, Rima Hassan, and Swedish climate activist Greta THUnberg, both widely recognized for their commitment to human rights and international justice. This interception, carried outside Israeli territorial waters, constitutes a blatant violation of international law, including maritime and humanitarian law.
Except it doesn't, because they were going to infiltrate a blockade to support material aid to terrorists. So you're wrong!
The crew members and the confiscation of aid intended for a population of immediate humanitarian distress is unacceptable.
Dude, they literally drove their ship past people actually in need of humanitarian aid to go to the terrorists.
We call upon states, the European Union, the United Nations, and the entire
We call upon the United Nations. Dude, this was all part of the plan. It was all about that shit.
international community to strongly condemn this illegal detention, demand the immediate and unconditional release of all crew members, urge Israeli authorities to allow humanitarian aid in Gaza in full compliance with international law. It's the responsibility of all nations committed to human rights to speak out against these flagrant violations of international law by Israel. Solidarity is not a crime. Free the Freedom Flotilla's crew. And then there's a contact number. Why isn't this national news? You mean
it literally is national news. The official Sweden Prime Minister tweeted this. Okay? This is national news. Stop making believe that it's not. The BBC talked about it.
International news. It's supposed to be.
It is. It literally is.
It's just that I think.
And also, you have to realize the UN was providing aid to the people in Gaza, but the people in Gaza were still starving, quote unquote. You know why? Because Hamas was stealing the food. I've proven this already. You can watch my previous video on Hassan, the 550%.
Just for the record, so for anybody that's watching this and asking that question, why isn't it national news? Because they're fucking retarded. And they don't, like, the actual news, like, the news isn't going to run this shit because it's going to make them look bad. They all look bad. How bad Greta look? Look like a fucking retard. Look how bad he looked. He looked like an even bigger retard. This big, fat, ugly motherfucker. With his big, fat glasses on. He looks like he's trying to wear like aviator fucking glasses. Fucking dumbass.
Fuck video.
Part of it is all of the fascist governments.
Dude, this is
That
my
looked
favorite
like
part.
it. Does that look in
doing
style now
fascism
for you
in
fucking
All the
kids?
fascist governments, which is all of them, by the way, except for the Islamic fascists. The Islamic fascists, Hassan likes those, but the non-Islamic fascists, they all came together, and they are all sitting together to not talk about Greta THUnberg sailing into a fucking war? What are you talking about?
Real time at the same time.
All the fascists are doing fascism at the same time. This is incredible political coverage by Hamas getting the nod at Adolf Epstein Piker.
They decided that today is a good time to do it. You know, today is the time where they were like, "This is a fantastic opportunity
Yeah, now we're all gonna do fascisms. Said
Yeah.
America deserves 9/11. Hassan Piker.
to do fascism today." Here's Greta Thunberg's pre-recorded message from, I guess, like right before their capture. We're gonna take a look right now.
Yeah, let's look.
Thunberg, and I am from Sweden. If you
This
see
video
this
again.
video, we have been intercepted and kidnapped in international waters by the Israeli occupational forces.
First of all, you recorded this video before, so we don't even know if it was international waters. We don't know anything.
Or forces
Oh, look at Hassan. He's so sad. His baby girl.
that support
Oh.
Israel.
Oh.
I urge all my friends, family, and comrades to put
Yes!
pressure the Swedish government to
So cute though. They have matching keffiyehs, matching little fucking terrorist outfits.
release me and the others as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, they recorded these before.
Yeah, no shit.
My name is Greta THUnberg,
Not
and I
before
am
they
from
got
Sweden.
apprehended.
If you see
Yes, before they got apprehended, you retard. What are you talking about? She just said that if you're watching this, I was apprehended either by Israel or by someone else. She literally said this.
this video, we have been intercepted and kidnapped in international waters by the Israeli occupational
I guess
forces.
they made the video
or
before
forces
because
that
she says
support
They made the video before, cause it's a grift.
by
Israel.
international authorities
I urge
align
all
with
my
Israel.
friends-
She says either kidnapped by the Israeli government or by other international forces. So moments before
So yeah, it was recorded before, and it's all a grift. True.
the Israeli forces abduct the activists.
Please, go to a places.
By the way, they're speaking Arabic here. Bro, there's no way he watches this through Al Jazeera. Dude, there is actual footage. He only watches Al Jazeera. It's insane. This is Qatar-based propaganda news.
They dropped chemicals on them.
They did not! This is a lie! Oh my fucking god. He just repeats shit. They dropped, what do you think they dropped chemicals on this fucking dinky boat? They put paint on the boat so that they can track it. No, they really needed to fucking chemical bomb 11 activists. And the chat's just like, they're pure evil.
They dropped chemicals from drones and made them throw their phones into the water before detaining them.
This is a lie! They threw
Yeah, it
their
is.
own phones in the water! Dude, it is crazy watching him just repeat the shit that happens here. Dude!
Yeah, we watched that CCTV footage of them telling each other to throw their phones in the water. I watched it. We laughed about it. We all had a big fat laugh about it.
Dude, this is a lot. We literally watched the video. This is why I actually show you the footage instead of just repeat the bullshit that chat says. They threw out their own phones. Probably because they were in contact with terrorists and going to provide material support to them.
What the?
And also, you have to realize the drones that dropped chemicals did not drop chemicals. They dropped paint for tracking. And those drones it was done by Greece because they entered Greek international waters on the way to Gaza.
That's not a position at all. Rima cannot be here. Rima needs to take a seat. Assume your position.
They started jamming the radio so they could not ask for help. Then drones dropped white chemicals on the ship. After that, they got invaded, kidnapped, and
This is the craziest like retelling of history of all time. He's literally, dude. Normally he reads tweets for a living. Normally he just pulls up some tweets and he reads them and he's like, "Yep, this is my in-depth coverage." Now he just reads random people from his chat.
everyone taken to a naval base for interrogations. Oh, UV paint for tracking.
Oh, yeah, that's not chemicals.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yes,
Fantastic.
Yes, it does.
So yeah, they just dropped.
Yeah, they're an unmarked ship illegally entering a legal naval blockade. Yes.
Paint, probably to track them easier. Yeah, it looks like it's just paint. Oh my God, it's the "oh, you don't like Israel" accent in real life trying to kill you. Yeah, it probably hits way different when you're directly in the presence of Israeli concentration camp guard or
It's crazy watching
What
him
concentration
do this shit.
camp?
like a Gestapo person.
Right, everyone's a
What?
Gestapo. Are you aware? Are you aware that everyone that Hassan doesn't like is a Gestapo? Now, if you watched Hassan Piker's 560% fucked, I basically he made an entire video calling every police officer a Gestapo.
You know, because like they also have guns trained
Right, guns. Right, obviously anyone with guns is just a Nazi.
on you. Here, let's take a look at the video.
Look at him. He's like so sad.
As well. SOS messages to follow. This is like one of the last videos from
What's a Gestapo? It's the Nazi police.
inside of the ship.
Guys, oh my god!
Mobilise, go to places, ditch the phone, ditch the phone, ditch the phone.
You hear them all yelling, "Ditch the phones," and he's still trying to run the narrative that Israel made them throw out their shit.
Phones in the water, please.
Ditch the phone!
Has Israel given up trying to justify
Just not even gonna cover that.
their actions and gone full comic book villain?
What? Why do you think Israel? Okay, dude, it's crazy watching these people reading history from one perspective. This is an unverified ship taking unidentified aid to terrorists, breaking a legal naval blockade. What? Why the fuck is this like so unreasonable?
Hosmer even justifies going after them? I don't think you understand. Right now, for Israel, their thing is,
get ready.
oh, well, we kidnapped them
What?
because, and we didn't kill them, right? Like,
What is he talking about?
like that's the argument is going to be,
Right.
we kidnapped them instead of killing them.
What are you talking about?
What more do you want?
He's just inventing. He's inventing this, bro.
I'm pretty sure that they think that this is like good PR. Like,
I don't know if it's good PR, but yeah, you stop people from providing material aid to terrorists in the middle of a war. Yeah, that's basic shit.
last time someone did this, we killed them.
Actually, the last time someone did this, Hamas killed them. All right? It was an Italian guy that went to Gaza to provide aid, and he was executed by Hamas. So, nice retelling of history.
Time we just simply, well, first we drone strike the previous boat off the coast of Malta, okay? And this time,
Completely unverified information. There is zero evidence that Israel bombed the flotilla off Malta, and the article that he's using as proof is 2016. This is an article from 2016 that he's showing. Oh my lord. It is unverified that Israel bombed the first flotilla.
it's just, they're gonna these guys and say like, oh, these are activist terror. These are terror activists.
They are. I literally proved to you earlier that one of the guys on the boat was actually at Hezbollah parties. So yeah, true.
They are there for terror. They are doing selfie. Yeah, or they're calling it the selfie yacht. All the passengers of the selfie yacht are safe and unharmed. They were provided with sandwiches and water.
Good shit. Look at that. They're feeding them and everything.
The show is over.
Hamas doesn't feed Palestinians this well.
Israel makes a photo op out of offering international hostages food and water after kidnapping them for trying to bring food and water to starving Palestinians in Gaza. The anti-Semitic aid ship.
The selfie yacht, baby. Look at that. Look at them all getting food. Look at
Oh,
that.
you're so happy.
So the strategy is working. Their public profile is keeping them safe. Yeah, they're disgusting little freaks over there at Israel, as you guys know.
All right, so that's just casual racism of our entire ethnic group of people. So according to
sounds
everyone
like
in
it.
Israel is just a disgusting little freak. But don't worry, he's not anti-Semitic. He's not racist. Okay, he's not
No.
racist at all. He's not racist.
So I think they think this is banger. They think
In my opinion, he is a racist. But that's just my opinion. And it's time to pause because it's farming check time. Farming check time. Let's see if we got anything good. That might be okay. I'm not going to roll anything right now. Patch sell both of those. I have a energy reduction thing going on right now, so I am not doing that. And we'll just do two. Two should be enough. All right, back to Nux.
think this is a banger propaganda photo op.
I think it's fucking hilarious, personally. I don't think it's propaganda, but I think it's fucking
Agree.
Is currently on our way to Israel, safe and in good spirits. Like, nasty.
And there she is, smiling.
So, serious question though, especially in
He is mauling. He is so fucking mad.
mainstream media, is this going to be good PR though for Israel? So many people already randomly hate Greta for climate stuff and being performative.
This isn't good PR or bad PR. It's just a fucking retard grifter going to be a retard and to grift.
Like, I'm telling you, they're going to say, at least we didn't kill them. What more do you want? Like, that's literally their PR. They're like, we're vicious monsters.
I love how he's doing this every time. He can never engage with
Damn.
any opposing points. He has to invent what other people are probably saying instead of actually, you know, covering what's actually being said.
But at least this time we didn't kill them. Do they actually believe that people will buy this propaganda? Maybe.
What propaganda? What are you talking about? These people went on a boat and sailed to a war zone to provide aid to terrorists, and Israel stopped them, brought them to the harbor, and is letting them go. What propaganda are you talking about?
Your grandparents might. Who knows? They might be like, look.
Basically, what he actually wants, in my opinion, is for Israel to kill Greta so that he can be like, oh, look, they're monsters. They murdered an activist. That's what he wants, okay? That is exactly what Hassan wants.
Look at how tolerant Israel is. Look at how tolerant and not monstrous Israel is.
Bro, they're literally, like, yes, true. Good point.
They could have just as easily killed these guys, you know? They would do the same with Palestinians. It's not a genocide. If it was, we would have killed everyone by now. Yeah, I mean, that has been their point. Oh my God.
Well, it is a point. If it was a genocide, then the war would have ended October 8th.
Liberal Zionists will buy this so quickly. I mean, who cares about what they have to say?
Yeah, so that's the video. It's essentially just crying and saying that Israel bad, Israel monsters, Israel terrorists, Israel bad. That's essentially his entire coverage of everything. And I have to say personally that this is incredibly funny. Because this retard is crying and mauling that Israel did not bomb Greta THUnberg. Just like that video I showed you earlier, Hassan Piker wants casualties. He supports Hamas, and that is what Hamas wants. They want casualties for propaganda. So I'm just going to show you this clip to wrap up the video because I think it's very telling. Again, largest leftist political streamer. Check this out.
There's not a single person. I mean, there's no reason to relitigate this over and over again, but there's not a single person out there that actually despises everything I stand for that has consumed my content directly.
Oops, we just watched a full video. You're a retard.
They have consumed my content either indirectly with 17-second increments of clips.
Oops, we watched your full video. You're still a retard and your head is small.
Or they used to consume my content and they had a severe bout of anger when I said something that they disagreed with, that they internalized heavily.
Nope. I watched the video that you posted today.
And they could not deal with that back and forth.
Nope. You're just inventing criticisms that your opponents make believe that they're saying. You don't ever actually engage with any criticism, literally ever. You are doing to your critics what you do to everyone.
Oh my God, this man is such a little kid. So he's basically saying that anyone that dislikes him is only watching him out of context. Does his ego need him to say that? Is that why he's doing this? Like, is his ego that fragile? Like, I could give a shit less. Like, I probably won't even get more than 20 views on this fucking video. I could give a fuck. I'm having fun, and that's the whole point of this. So if you don't like my video and you don't like me, all right, go away. I don't give a fuck. But I like this. Nux is hilarious. And we're going to watch the rest of this video. And I'm going to be watching a lot more Nux because Nux is fucking hilarious. And if you don't like that, get the fuck off my channel.
Everyone else.
And then that caused them tremendous resentment. What was once tremendous love and admiration turned into...
I never had love and admiration. I always thought you were a retard for being a socialist. Now I also think you're a villain for being a terrorist supporter.
Tremendous resentment and anger, and now they are super enemies.
Yeah.
I also do think about this quite a bit.
He thinks about it a lot.
Oh, man.
It's because I'm living rent-free
Oh,
in his
God.
head.
Yep.
I tried to convince my kid to watch it, but he says you're too old and bad at basketball. I said to him, wait, is that why you don't listen to me? He said, yes, thanks, Hana. That's funny. I will also say this.
Also say this, guys.
The sphere that we're in, I know several people who stopped watching it because of your take on Ray's Cookies. Ray's Cookies? You mean Pokemon? See, this is what I mean. People are playing a game of telephone. My take on Pokies Cookies were, of course, they're expensive. Every single fucking content creator is doing a content creator tax. Your hyper focus on Pokemon's Cookies is not because I don't know. It has nothing to do with like anything serious.
Yeah, so he's a retard, but I'm really glad that we were able to watch this video in full to prove that today.
Yep.
So anyway, today I decided to cover in great depth the Hassan Piker crying over an actual fucking little brat terrorist supporting fucking bitch loser, Greta THUnberg, getting captured and intercepted, making a video crying about becoming kidnapped when there are actual people kidnapped. What a nice wide smile. I have to make this my fucking computer homepage, smiling at the fucking plastic wrapped sandwich that she's receiving. And honestly, my personal favorite, the fact that they're going to be showing them the fucking actual October 7 videos, mandatory watch party. So thank you so much for being here. I hope
That's
you
gonna be
enjoyed.
rough.
I did. This is one of my favorite situations.
I did as
of
well.
all time.
Thank you,
This is
Nux.
easily one of my favorite dramas that I've ever covered. Greta Thunberg's a retard, and she fucked around, and she found out. Stay weird, fam.
Quick update, Sweden rejected Greta Thunberg's plea for help. Even they had enough of this doom goblin. Haha, doom goblin, these...
Like, subscribe, and this video is streamed live on Pt2.
That's the best Joe Biden AI I've ever seen. Oh, that was great. Oh, that was good. All right. That was Nux taking down an idiot activist, part 2. Part 3 is already live up on his channel. I will definitely be checking that out sooner rather than later, but he's got so much good content coming out. I think I may be just binge watching like all day tomorrow and just releasing it all out over the weekend or something. We'll have to figure that out because there's so many videos that I want to watch that he just keeps pumping out that just keep getting better and better and better and better and better and better. Oh, 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 I can't wait. More Nux videos coming soon. I will see you in the next one later.